Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. In this video, I am going to go over how to create the works cited page for paper number 1 on our conspiracy theory. So up on the screen, I'm under the Content tab in the paper number 1 folder. So we want to go into the Writing the Paper folder. Okay, and in this folder we've got the paper typing guidelines. There'll be your information on how to write the outline with the video, and then there's this subfolder here, and it says directions for MLA, in-text parenthetical citations, and works cited page. So this is the subfolder that we're working in. Okay, and so here you see the links, but again I've put in more instructions. So if we go over to the left, click on that actual folder, you can see those instructions. This first page just has specific instructions of how to put it together and why we're doing this. So before we start writing the rough draft, I'm having you create the works cited page to turn in with your outline. This way I can review it and make any corrections to it that's needed. Okay, once I've graded it, I will email you with what needs to be fixed on it, so then go ahead and fix what needs to be fixed on the works cited page. Then when you turn in your rough draft, turn in the works cited that you just fixed with that rough draft. Okay, and then as I grade the rough draft, if there's anything else that needs to be fixed on the works cited, I'll make sure that I make those comments to you. Okay, so you'll have a couple of attempts here to make your works cited page look good. Okay, don't worry about putting your name at the top of this page or anything. We're just going to start at the top with works cited, and then you're going to follow the directions in this video and what's in the other document as well. If you have any questions, if you start working on yours and you want feedback, go ahead and send me an email. And this works cited page needs to be submitted into the corresponding Dropbox before 11:59 on Friday, September 25th. So the document we're going to be working with is this second one, MLA formatting for works cited page. These two down here go with the in-text citation, and I'll make a separate video for those. Alright, so this is the formatting guidelines for the works cited page. So when you create your works cited page, you're going to have the title works cited at the top. Now if you only use one source and have one citation on that page, you're only going to write works cited. But like for our first paper, you're going to have more than one citation, more than one source. You're going to say works cited with an S there. Your whole entire works cited list will be double spaced. Within and between entries, there are no extra spaces. If you scroll down to the second page, and before I mention this, this page does not look correct up on Cobra, so you'll need to download it to make it correct. This box, for whatever reason, Cobra doesn't like. It puts it somewhere else in the document on Cobra. So this is what a sample works cited looks like. Okay, so again, it's all double spaced, but there's no extra spaces in between the citations. And then you want to hang your citations, which means here's one citation, this is where it begins, here's where it ends. Any citation that has a line that goes past the first line, those second, third, fourth, fifth lines get indented like this. Okay, and so I have a link to a video here where I explain how to do that, but you're going to type up your citation, you'll go up here to paragraph, to the little arrow, go to special, hanging, okay, and then it will hang for you. Okay. Works cited entries are alphabetized by author's last name or first major word of the source's title, and that does not include a, and the. So you might have a source that doesn't have an author, so it's not going to start with the author's name. It might start right here with the title of whatever it is. So you wouldn't include the, you would look at the P in possibilities to alphabetize it. And when we're alphabetizing, that means A, B, C, D. So you're going to look at the first letter of that first word, and you're going to put them in order. So B, C, D. Number 6, works cited entries use title capitalizations. So you're going to capitalize all the important words, but there's minor words like a, and the that you won't capitalize unless they're at the beginning of the title. Coordinating conjunctions, so a, and, but, for, nor, so, yet, and or, and then preposition words, so like of, in, out, with, among. Dates get a specific way of how they are written. So it goes day, month, year. And if the month is May, June, and July, it does not get abbreviated. All other months get abbreviated. So when you're looking for information to put into your MLA citation, you're looking for 9 common things. And not every source is going to have these. Okay, so don't feel pressured that you have to find all 9. So you're going to find an author, the title of the source. Think of that as the title of the article. Think of it as the title of a chapter in a book, the episode title of a TV show. The title of the container would be the title of the newspaper or magazine, the title of the book, the title of the show. Any other contributors, version, numbers, those are more for journals. The publisher, publication date, the location is the URL. Okay. And so again, here's a sample of that works cited. So what you'll need to use for this paper. So you need to use at least 2 of the 3 fake articles in your paper, and then you had to find on your own 1 or 2 websites, articles, things like that for information containing concerning your theory. So at minimum, you need to have 4 sources on your works cited page. So down below in the blue highlight, I've included the information that you will need to make a citation here for an online article with an example, along with a website electronic source and an example. Okay, so with an online article, so like with the fake news ones, you're going to include the author's name, the article name in quotation marks, title of the web magazine in italics, the publisher name, publication date, URL, and the date of access. And so here's how that will all be put together. So author's name, last name, comma, space, first name, period. Then you'll have a space. This is the title of the article. As you can see, the title of the article goes in quotes with the period inside the quotes, and all the important words are capitalized. The title of the web magazine, capitalization, and it's in italics. Okay, italics is this button here. Alright, we didn't have a publisher name, so here we're going to do the date. Remember, day, month abbreviated unless it's May, June, and July, year. They did a comma, here's their URL, then they did a period. And then the date that you accessed it, so when did you actually look at it and get the information from it. So again, day, month, year. Always at the end of every citation is a period. Then our next one, so you're going to have an author. If it's given, a lot of times for websites there's no author, so then you'll put the title of the specific item cited. There might not be one. You can use the name of the organization, name of the website, the URL, the published date, if there's an updated date, and then assessed date. So here's an example. Living with type 1 diabetes, period, diabetes.org was the organization, or the name of the website, period, here's their URL, period, published, and then here's the day, month abbreviated, year, period, assessed, day, month, and then year. Okay, so you're going to follow that format. So let's take a look at one of our articles. We'll start with the first article. This was before Jon Stewart. And then let's get our works cited page up and going. So first, there we go. We're going to use Times New Roman, bump that up to size 12, and then make sure everything is double spaced. Alright, in the center at the top we're going to put works cited, enter, and then immediately go to the left. Okay, so as we saw here, we're going to start with the author's name. So here our author is Robert Love. Okay, so we're going to start with Love, comma, space, Robert, period, space. Next, we have the article title in quotes. Okay, so here before Jon Stewart, so quote, before Jon Stewart, period, quote, space. Now, where this came from, the Columbia Journalism Review, and this gets put in to italics. So up here, you're going to push the I. Columbia Journalism Review. Now you want to unitalicize, go back and click that button, comma, and then our next thing is the publisher name, if we have one. Usually the publisher's down at the bottom. Here we have, and it's the same thing, okay? So a lot of times that happens with a lot of print sources. It's the same name. So we'll put it again, but this time not in italics, okay? Comma. Then our next thing that we need after the publisher name is the publication date. And that is right here. So it's March, April 2009. So we don't have any dates that we have, that we have to worry about. So we're going to put Mar, period, / April, period, 2007, comma. And then we're going to put in that URL. So we're going to copy, and then we're going to paste. Okay, now sometimes when you do this, it likes to highlight it, change it into a blue color. We've always got to fix that if that happens. So the next thing we need is we need a period, and then when we assessed it. Okay. So we'll put a period. Now it changed it, so we need to go back. We're going to highlight it, make sure it's in black, and underline it. So you may have to push the underline twice. Okay. Accessed. And then what, let's say we'll use today's date, which is the 13th. So 13 September, abbreviated 2020, period. Okay. So now we're not done. We have to hang this because it goes past one line. So we're going to highlight it, then go up here to paragraph, to this little mark. We're going to go special, hanging, okay, and boom, there we go. Okay, so that is one of our fake news articles where we went and found all the information and wrote up the citation for it. Okay, so if you decide to use this article in your paper, go for it. Use what we just created. It's going to be the same thing. Okay. If you have questions about how to do the other articles, here's the title, The Rise of Progressive Fake News, the author, the date. This is the title of the website magazine. If you scroll to the bottom, I think, yeah, it's the Atlantic Monthly Group would be the publisher. All right, make sure you use the current date for when you assessed it. Then for the Time magazine, here's the title, author, date, time would be where it came from, publisher, I think, yeah, Time USA, the URL, and then use the date that you accessed it. All right, so that is all about putting in the works cited. Okay, so choose, if you want to use all three of the fake news articles, go for it, that's fine. But make sure you have those two articles and then whatever conspiracy theory sources I approve that you're using in your paper as well. And make sure everything is lined up correctly, hanging, and in alphabetical order. And so this is what you will submit to the Dropbox before 11:59 on Friday, September 25th. Again, let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you later.